So, here we are to talk about the men's Royal Rumble this time. Now, did you enjoy the men's Royal Rumble?
It was... yes.
Yeah, it was an okay Rumble. Not the best Rumble ever to happen. I still think that's 2001. But it was still a decent-ish Rumble. There were some good moments here. It wasn't nothing to write home about. The women's, in rarity, was a lot better than the men's Rumble. I thought the women's got more fast-paced, a lot more action, a lot more excitement, a lot more fun. The men's one, a bit lacklustre. And I think that's due to the fact that it is in Saudi Arabia. So, knowing it's in Saudi Arabia, you know that the surprise entrants aren't going to be as interesting as the surprise entrants would be in America, because you don't know who they're going to get. It could be anyone, because most of them live there. But to fly someone away to Saudi Arabia is going to cost a lot more money to get them in the Rumble for a few seconds special appearance. So I can understand why. Obafemi's riding Reggie's head at the minute. Quite interesting. Now, let's start the start of this thing. Obviously, he was first out, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Obafemi was first out in the Rumble, and we were like, and he comes out, he does this bouncing thing as he comes out. He's like proper like, I don't really know much about it because I don't watch NXT. I've seen clips of it, but I love his like the way he bounces out to the ring. He's like, yeah, I love that. So he comes out, and he's in the ring. He's a big dude, and then Bron Breakker comes out. So instantly you think this is gonna be a fight. These people are gonna smash into each other. We're gonna see spear. It's gonna be great. We didn't get to see it though, did we? Because Bron Breakker comes out and some masked man attacks him.
AKA looking like Adam Pearce.
Yeah, you think Adam Pearce.
Austin.
Because first we said, it's supposed to look like it's Seth Rollins. And we both went, that's not Seth Rollins. The second we saw him, the shape didn't work. The curb stomp he does didn't work the same way Seth Rollins does. Because Seth Rollins always gets a lot of height and comes down.
And that person was too slim.
And this was too down. Also, yeah, it looked a lot slimmer. So, like, you thought Adam Pearce. I wasn't sure if it was Adam Pearce or, what was his name?
Austin.
I
also think
what if it's Grayson Waller? Ooh, that just literally popped in my head. That would be interesting. That it's obviously someone, or maybe someone had Adam Pearce as hired to do this, took out Bron Breakker, threw him in the Rumble just so Obafemi could throw him back out again, and that was it. What?
The time when Adam Pearce was on call.
Yeah, who was he on call to? That was another thing. So
unless that was Seth telling him at the Rumble.
We don't know. This is all these mysteries will be answered at some point in the future. So that was a good one. Yeah. So one thing I will say, obviously we're going to go back. We talked about this a little bit in the female Rumble video we did, which is on our Facebook. But the number 11 is not appearing in Saudi Arabia. For some reason, every time they went to show the graphic for number 11 entrant, it just said 1. So I'm guessing someone forgot to type in 11, and they were, quick, we haven't got an 11, just put 1 again. And it happened in both Rumbles, so we thought that was quite funny, so we'll mention that again. Obviously, the big thing we were kind of waiting for, and you said this before about Obafemi fighting Brock Lesnar, and there's rumours that might be a WrestleMania match. We got to see it. We got to see a glimpse of it, because obviously Brock Lesnar comes out, and he faces off against Obafemi. And there was you could feel the crowd like, and they kept teasing it because they kept coming together and someone would come out. When The Miz come out, I wet myself because that was hilarious. He comes running out, slides in the ring, he's just on the floor, looks up and sees that you've got Obafemi and Brock Lesnar and just slides back out the ring again. Like, nope. That was brilliant. I thought that was good. So, yeah, Obafemi and Brock Lesnar, you think that's going to be a match they're going to do at WrestleMania? I can see it. I can really clearly see it. The Vision, obviously teaming up the whole way through. There was no division in the Vision. Do you know what I did there?
Division.
Division in the Vision. There was no division in the Vision. They did team up the whole way through. The only weird part, though, was obviously when Brock Lesnar come out with Heyman, you assumed he was going to be helping the Vision. He kind of helped Logan Paul a couple of times. But then randomly, just as the camera's about to cut, he German suplex Logan Paul.
Yeah.
And I was like, did he forget he's not supposed to do that? Because it felt like the commentary didn't make a deal out of it. They he just suplexed him. But I'll be more like, what's Paul Heyman going to think? Why would he do that? Because he's working with Paul Heyman. But like, they didn't comment on it. And I thought, maybe he weren't supposed to do it. And so Brock Lesnar just saw someone, thought, I'll grab him and suplex him. It was only afterwards, oh God, I've done the wrong guy sort of thing. I thought, that might have been a cock-up. That's what I think was a bit of a cock-up there. And also, Brock Lesnar's elimination, and you said this,
during Jay's entrance.
You think it might not have supposed to have happened when it did.
Yeah.
Because Cody eliminated Brock. We didn't really see him eliminate Brock. We saw Brock out, and it was like, what happened there? You think it might have been a slip or something like that, don't you? You don't think that was supposed to happen. We think Brock should have been there longer.
I think it was supposed to be like after Jay's thing, where they they forgot about it and then they threw it out.
Yeah, I think you might be right. And then you had the sort of like the Jey Uso run back thing.
Oh my days!
And he run back, and then Reigns come in and wants him to run back again.
And literally just.
So the Rumble kind of pulls from it just to do this Jey Uso stuff, and I'm done with Jey Uso now. He bores me a bit. But like, it was good to see that the bloodline, the family of the bloodline, were fighting each other a lot in this, weren't they?
There was only Jay and Roman.
Yeah,
why
Jey and
weren't there
Roman.
Jimmy?
I don't know, actually, that's a good point. Why they didn't want to fly him over. But like, it was interesting to see them like fight each other and that. And also, we talked about this a little while ago, like just after the Rumble. They missed a trick with Solo. They could have easily done Solo being in the ring, so all the lights go out, and you get a Wyatt 6 moment. Obviously, they're not in the Rumble, but they could have turned up to get rid of him. That would have worked well for their feud and been a really good moment in the Rumble.
Because in the Rumble, literally, when Solo came out, there was fireflies.
Yeah, and they could have easily done it in there, especially when they had all those weird light chair things. They had lights on the chairs, see that in the actual arena? No. Loads of weird lights on the chairs. And that would have worked with the Fireflies thing as well. So why they missed that because they were there, because they're over there, because we saw them on the SmackDown, didn't we? We saw them on SmackDown. So we know the Wyatts are there. They could have easily done it so that like he's in the ring and he's beating people out. Suddenly like lights go out, they come in and they like bash him up, and he gets lobbed out. So it was a bit of a strange one. Right, so yeah, so again, both Rumbles shone a light on the new talent, sort of the up and coming new guys. Now, with this, we had obviously Obafemi as a new up and coming guy. Trick Williams was in there. Whoop that trick. He was in there, and Yvonne Evans. And I didn't know who this Yvonne Evans was. Javon Evans. I didn't know who he was, right? But he was all over the place. It's like you were like trying to follow where he was. He was he's bouncy, but he was like, and even when he's talking, he's like,
the boy's bouncy.
I don't say this, but it was like he was on something. He was just 100 miles an hour all the time, just like, and he's like jumping, spinning, like just normal. Oh my god! I was like, Jesus, he was like a Looney Tunes character, like I was like, where was he going? So he was interesting to watch, like a bit weird one, but interesting to watch. Obviously, so that they really shone a light on these guys, the new guys. Obviously, we've got the debut of Powerhouse Hobbs, Royce Keys, but I still think they mucked that up because we saw on the screen Powerhouse Hobbs, and then they took it off and put Royce Keys. Now, I know they did this years ago with Finn Balor. So when they introduced Finn Balor, obviously everyone knew him around the world on the independent circuit as Prince Devitt. So on his day when he first come into NXT, they shone on the screen the words Prince Devitt, took it off, and then put Finn Balor. Because they wanted people to react to the fact that, oh, it's someone we know. They wanted them to shout and scream and cheer. So, but they didn't show on camera the Prince Devitt part. People only seen that because they had audience footage of it. And I thought that was really clever ideas. Also, everyone goes, "Why, it's that guy." Without, because if they just said Finn Balor, no one knew who he was, everyone would be like, "Who?" And then you come out, "Oh, it's him." Yeah, now we know. So what they did with Hobbs is they flashed up Powerhouse Hobbs, so everyone would go, "Way!" And then it come up with his new name of Royce Keys, right? So I wonder if they weren't supposed to have the camera facing that when it come up with Hobbs, and it was just supposed to say Royce Keys, and everyone going, "Way!" like when he comes out. So I think they might have messed up a little bit there. But then later on, it did say on the bit at the bottom, his entrance bit, formerly Powerhouse Hobbs, and I was like, does AEW own that? And if they do, is there going to be a problem legally later on? Interesting fact. Now, obviously, Cody Rhodes, biggest star at the minute. Boring Rumble, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Yes, he eliminated like a couple of people. Yes, he just did, but he just seemed to be in there and not doing much. A few moments with Randy, some good moments with Randy Orton.
Yeah, we know their past. He was doing was fighting Roman and Jacob.
Yeah, and then he had that bit of Randy Orton where they sort of we did the Cody cutter on Randy Orton by accident. We were supposed to be going for who was he supposed to be going for? When they were holding someone and kicking them, which is a heel move, by the way. Cody holding someone so Randy can kick him is a heel move, and he shouldn't have been doing that because it makes you feel like they're the bad guys. I thought that was a bit strange why they did that. Show them teaming up with some double clotheslines or something, a bit fun like that. But or throwing him in for an RKO, that's fine. But to hold him and have him kicking him, that was a bit strange choice of things to do. That's two heels working together, not two baby faces, as they say in the industry. And I'm allowed to say that because I did train to be a wrestler once. I'd had matches, so I'm
Yeah.
allowed to use those words. I
Yeah.
think I am anyway. I think it gives me a little bit of a reason to
Yeah,
use them.
you were a heel.
I did a bit of both. But anyway, what were we saying? Yeah, so Randy Orton, and you keep saying to me that you think it's Randy Orton that attacked Drew.
No, Jacob.
Jacob, that attacked Jacob, so and put Jacob out. Everyone else thinks it's Drew. Some people think it might be Cody, but you think it's Randy Orton that did that. So that's interesting, the fact they're sort of in there.
That's only because the time on SmackDown when Drew was in the ring, Randy was in there, and literally Jacob just came out.
Yeah. Also, I felt they kind of like missed a trick as well, because they had the bit where Jacob Fatu comes in, Cody dives out to get him, they have a bit of a fight outside, and they went back in the ring. I think they should have kept going with that. You know, like they did in that Saturday main event where they just brawled a bit. They should just let them keep brawling around the arena and keep going back to the ring and have them brawling. That it would have given Cody something more to do, because I feel like he didn't do much, to be honest with you. He was kind of dull. And then, of course, the elimination of Cody was he's hanging out the ring. He's about to get back in, and Drew McIntyre, not even in the match, comes from nowhere and just kicks Cody in the head because he doesn't want to fight Cody again. And then Cody falls out and he's out of the Rumble. So obviously we're going to see them going at each other. Again, it's more building up the tension between him, Jacob and Drew, which is either going to lead to a triple threat at WrestleMania or a triple threat at Elimination Chamber. One of the two, if they're not in the chamber.
That means Jacob or Cody have to win the Elimination Chamber. One of them.
Or they don't, neither of them do. They just have a random triple. I don't know how they're going to do it. But yeah, I think that'll be the thing. They'll do the triple threat at Mania. But so that's interesting. But what else? Oh, El Grande Americano.
Oh my days.
So El Grande Americano comes out, slips his little thing, starts headbutting everyone to knock him out, and suddenly El Grande Americano comes out again. There's two of them. Chad Gable's Americano is back.
It says the original Americano.
Yeah, and I was just like, that is genius. I loved it. It reminds me back in the day of Doink and Doink the Clown. You don't know what I'm talking about. Doink and Doink the Clown. And there was a character called Doink the Clown. And every so often he'd bring out someone that looked exactly like him and attack people. So it just reminded me of that. And then or Undertaker versus The Undertaker. They did that years ago as well. Kane versus Kane happened as well. So, but this is even more funny and entertaining because obviously like they've both taken on this role. We know who they are, but we like the illusion is that they think we don't know who they are. So it's hilarious that like Chad Gable's back doing his version of Americana and Ludwig Kaiser's doing his version. We're going to see him clashing who is the real one. That's going to be brilliant. I hope they have a ladder match for it. Just like, do you know what I mean? That is going to be brilliant. What do you think?
Chad Gable grew a beard now. It looks like.
I do feel there's too many luchadors in this. Though. I'm not a big fan of luchadors or the luchador style of wrestling, and it seemed there's a lot of luchadors in this. So I was a bit by that because that's not my thing. I know there was AAA now, like Iguana Boy turned up, whatever his name is, and I'm not that. Yeah, I'm not La Parka, who's WCW legend. Hang on. So yeah, La Parka, who was on. God. Yeah, so La Parka, who was massive in WCW, so his funny little dance in WCW. I thought that was fantastic. I thought like seeing him back again was good, but again, too many luchas, too many of these AAA guys turning up, and I was just like, it was a bit that kind of got me down. Are you happy? Do you like the luchas?
I only like Penta really.
Yeah, I think it's just like we didn't. Was he even in it?
Yeah.
He didn't do nothing though, did he? Not really.
Well,
just did his thing, and that was it.
Yeah.
And that we didn't really see much of him. Yeah. Obviously, Rey Mysterio doing a bit of like 619 stuff and all that was alright.
619, and then
But yeah, but generally,
crushed.
you thought Jericho was coming back.
Yeah.
This is the second time everyone's thought Jericho's coming back, and he hasn't come back. So I thought this would be a good time to bring him in. They brought Hobbs in instead, right? That's why I see it. So it was a bit interesting. Now, LA Knight, obviously, people are upset. They think he's obviously upset Triple H at some point because he keeps getting like nothing happening. And this one again, not much happened with LA Knight. I don't like LA Knight. I'm not really a big fan of his anyway, so I don't mind the fact he's not getting a thing. But I understand people's frustration with that. Yeah, no, and then obviously the winner, Roman Reigns.
Sad.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
Well, I kind of do, because I do like Roman Reigns. I like the character, and it makes sense. He's the top guy, so they need either him or Cody to be main eventing something. So it is very interesting. So, and I don't know where...
Why couldn't they have Randy?
I don't know who he fights. I mean, we've got CM Punk, which would make sense for him to fight CM Punk. There's a lot going on with CM Punk and Finn Balor at the minute. But I can see it being a thing with him. But then, would Reigns want to go for that title instead of this sort of one? It's not a real one. But Would Reigns want to go for that title instead of the World Championship? I don't get it. So it doesn't make sense. Obviously, Drew and Cody and Jacob are all going to be going for the Drew title. So I really don't know what they're going to do. It seems a bit... There's no clear path here. So anyway, guys, let us know what you thought of the run. Were you happy with the winner? Did you think it could have been someone better? Were you happy with surprise? Do you think the surprises were lacklustre this year? I think they definitely were lacklustre this year because, again, it being Saudi Arabia, they can't get people in that they would like to normally get in. So it is a shame to be doing this. It really is a shame that we kind of didn't get as surprises. Because Triple H did say there's going to be a lot of surprises in this.
Yeah.
And I felt like there weren't. Triple H lied to us.
What I'm annoyed about Triple H, he made AJ lose his own.
Yeah, that was another thing. AJ losing that match was kind of like, oh, as well. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Follow us on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube, etc., etc.
Comment down below, thank you, AJ.
If you want to do that, you don't have to. I mean, I don't know why, but anyway. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Duck down a bit more. Thank you guys for watching,
Hello.
and we'll see you all very, very soon.
Yes.
This was being chaotic. Bye.
Bye. Like and